I think we all recognise that dementia is a serious problem. In the UK, we anticipate there'll be 1 million people with dementia by 2025. We're taking a new approach. We now have identified over 40 genes that increase your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. This is bringing very new directions to research, and this is going to be a core feature of our research going forward. The UK Dementia Research Institute is set up to try and understand the disease mechanisms underlying the dementias. It is an enormous investment. It's 300 million over the next 5 years. And we've been delighted. We have attracted experts from all around the world, as well as pulling together expertise that we already have in Wales.
The UK DRI has allowed me to continue on my research that I started in the USA, and I can then bring back the skills I learned there. I'm looking at genes, so snippets of our DNA, that when they are altered could increase the risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. And we can manipulate these same genes in models of Alzheimer's and see if they change cell biology associated with the disease.
So the funding that's come with the Dementia Research Institute has allowed Cardiff to set up a state-of-the-art imaging facility. So we can actually look at neurons and other brain cells and then see how these function and how they're changed by genes linked to Alzheimer's disease.
So I study the structure and functions of proteins using three-dimensional computer models. We can use this to make predictions of what might be changing in the function. We can narrow down the amount of lab work we're doing. So the fact that I could speak to the lab team on a daily basis helps generate new ideas far faster than if we were working in different departments.
In the case of my research, where I'm focused on understanding what particular genes do and what particular changes in those genes do, colleagues in the DRI can model those changes and provide predictions for us to direct our work. And then we can conduct experiments which then can feed back into their models to hopefully improve them.
So one of the strengths of this centre and of the whole DRI is it brings together researchers working across a range of neurodegenerative diseases and using many different techniques. It's difficult to study what's going wrong in the brain because we can't get access to the brain cells, to the neurons that are actually dying. Recently we learned how to take different types of cells and to turn them into stem cells. Stem cells are special cells because we can turn them into any type of cell in the body, including neurons or other brain cells. We can now take patients who have got Alzheimer's or Parkinson's disease, take a sample of their skin and turn that into stem cells, which we can then turn into neurons in a laboratory and study them. So we can ask questions such as, what's the difference between the neurons that were made from a person who's got Parkinson's or Alzheimer's disease as compared to somebody who doesn't have those diseases?
So there's a lot of evidence that suggests that there is a strong immune component to Alzheimer's disease. Imaging bridges the gap between the cellular models of Alzheimer's disease and the behavioural deficits we see in patients. We have access to the only scanner in Europe that gives us the ability to look at microstructure at a level that is comparable to electron microscopy, so we can understand how genes affect the brain at an incredible level of detail.
We are so grateful to the people with dementia and their families who have helped us understand this disease over the last 20 years. I've been so encouraged by the quality of scientists who have sought to join us already in the Dementia Research Institute. I am very optimistic that these people will make a big difference in the future.